प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। सहस्रशीर्षं देवं विश्वाक्षं विश्वशम्भुवं विश्वं नारायणं देवमक्षरं परमं पदं विश्वतः परमानित्यं विश्वं नारायणं हरिं विश्वमेवेदं पुरुषं तद्विश्वमुपजीवति पतिं विश्वस्यात्मेश्वरगुं शाश्वतगुं शिवमच्युतम् नारायणं महाज्ञेयं विश्वात्मानं परायणं नारायण परो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायण परः नारायण परं ब्रह्म तत्त्वं नारायण परः नारायण परो ध्याता ज्ञानं नारायण परः यच्च किञ्चित् सर्वं दृश्यते श्रूयते दिवा ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
The first 5 mantras that we have learned in Narayana Suktam so far, 5 mantras that we have been learning. There are 13 total mantras, so we are roughly about 45% there. This first 5 mantras are describing basically the Adi Bhuta aspect of the divine consciousness, which is the physical aspect. What we are physically able to relate is what is described in these 5 mantras. What is it that you are physically able to relate? What you are able to see, what you are able to feel, what you are able to hear, what you are able to smell, all the 5 perceptual aspects. This is all physical, faculty related aspect of relating. Everything that we are seeing, yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam. Now, yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam. Whatever little you are able to perceive, jagat sarvam, the entire thing that you are able to perceive by what? Drusyate, that you are able to see. Shruyate, that you are able to listen. Whatever that you are able to perceive, yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam. See, this is very important. Whatever little that we are able to see and hear of the entire thing that is coming and going, jagat sarvam. Ja means to come, gat means to go. Jagat means whatever the entirety that you are able to see and feel that is coming and going. Ishavasyavidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. See, the same mantra, what we are learning, is repeated in the very first shloka of Ishavasya Upanishad. Vasya means residence. Ishavasya means the one where the divine is residing. That Upanishad talks about where is the divine residing, and those mantras are taken, many Upanishads, insights, Chandogya Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, all these Upanishads derive inspiration from this Suktam called Narayana Suktam. Now, what we are talking about, the aspects of that is coming and going, the previous mantra we started talking about Narayana, not Narayana, Brahma Jayate, Narayanam Mahagnyayam, Vishwatmanam Parayanam. And what is the next mantra? Narayana Paro Jyoti, Atma Narayana Paraha. Now there are 3 mantras, 3 lines that are very beautiful there. Narayana Paro Jyotiratma Narayana Paraha. What are you seeing? Jyoti, the light. But not seeing the light that is physically you are able to see. What is the light that is lighting the light? What is the light that is giving the light to the light? Understand? Not about what is seeing. What is the thing that is making the seeing see what it is seeing? Oh, these kids are like, what is he talking about? Huh? Simply, if you have eyes, can you see?
No.
If you only have the eyes, simply if you have a bulb, will it light? What needs to go into the light? Electricity. Are you seeing electricity? No. Are you seeing light?
Yes.
Are you seeing bulb?
Yes.
Are you seeing the current?
No.
But without current, will there be light?
No.
So what is making the bulb light?
The electricity.
The electricity, which you can neither see, but you can feel it, no? Put your finger in the plug point, then you will know if the electricity is there or not. Don't repeat it at home. Don't try it, okay? I am just saying. But you are scared to touch that electricity. But that electricity which you are scared to touch is or even you can't even see, you can't even hear. That electricity is making this sound come out. That electricity is the one that is lighting the light. So Narayana Paro Jyotihi Atma Narayana Paraha. What is it that is making that light bulb light? You have to be able to see that. If you see that, then what you are seeing, that which can be unseen, the one that can be heard but it is not the hearing, the one that can be seen but not what you are seeing, the one that could be felt but not what you are actually feeling. You understand? Very beautiful, no? Narayana Paro Jyotihi Atma Narayana Paraha Narayana Param Brahma Tattvam Narayana Paraha. Now this mantra is saying Narayana Param Brahma, ultimate Brahman, ultimate. Tat Tvam Narayana Paraha. You and that which is the ultimate, or at the end of the day, what is that ultimate behind your existence? That is what is Narayana. Now how do you understand that? Simply if you take this, what are you seeing? A ring. Are you seeing the ring? Yeah. What if I do like this? What are you seeing? Necklace. What is common between the two? Gold. Are you seeing the gold or the ring or the necklace? What are you seeing?
Gold.
Ah, hey. Both. Both is the correct answer. But most of the time you are seeing only what? If I tell you what this is, what are you saying? Ring. Yeah. Are you saying gold?
No.
Yeah, yes or no? Are you saying ring or gold? What are you saying? Ring, yeah. But what is this actually made of?
Gold.
Gold. Exactly. So now if you understand that the gold is the basis of the ring, the necklace is the basis of the ring, when you actually take it to a goldsmith, what he will see is he won't see a ring, he won't see a necklace. What does he see? Gold. What does he do? He'll put it on a balance and he will weigh and he'll tell you what's the value of it. He's not saying what is the... In fact, what he will do is he will discount all the stone and everything, the labor charges. He will only weigh the gold and he will say this is the value of this material. Yes? Yes or no? Hello. This is very simple to understand. No? Narayana Param Brahma. Tat Tvam Narayana Paraha. What you are thinking? You are thinking I am Shekhar. I live in Sacramento. I have 2 kids. I have a wife and a life, which is a knife. Anyways, whatever it is, all this stuff that you are talking about your own identity. But are you ever thinking, oh, actually, this is all circumstantial. Who I am is nothing but that. What is that? Param Brahma, the ultimate Brahman. I am not all of this stuff. I am actually the Param Brahma. I am the ultimate. What is that material? That is gold. Narayana Param Brahma. Tat Tvam Narayana Paraha. Now the next one. What are you meditating upon? Narayana Paro Dhyata. Dhyanan Narayana Paraha. Now this is the beautiful. What is it that you are meditating upon? And last week we were talking about meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is being one with anything that you are coming across. To be present to that in totality, without any predicament, without any judgment, without any distraction. That is actually meditation. When you look at a beautiful little child and that child smiles at you, immediately you will smile back. When you see a beautiful child that comes running across to you with a beautiful smile, would you put a frowning face at that child? What will it do? That child will unconditionally provoke this joy within you. Then in smiling back at that child, which has this beautiful radiant smile, then what you are present to, you are both are present to one thing called the smile, and that smile is the meditation. That smile is that meditation. Not the child, not you. What is the ultimate? The ultimate is that child smile, which you smile back at. Now you are connected. When a flower is present in front of you, and that flower is presenting to you, and when that flower is, right now I can feel the presence of gardenia all over me. Then that flower that is present, because it's our small Swami's feet, this flower smell is coming. I am sitting here, but I am present to the smell of that flower, which is what is drawing me towards it by its simple presence of that aroma. Narayana Paro Dhyata. Dhyanam Narayana Paraha. Now what is Narayana? Who is Narayana now? Forgot, huh? What's the meaning of the word Narayana? Human path, yeah, exactly. Now suddenly what you're talking about, the path, has become the goal. The target and the path are one and the same. But what we are thinking, I have to strategize. Suddenly I have to realize. And now if I have to realize, I have to follow all these things. But suddenly, what you want to follow upon, what you want to really connect to, is already with you, in you, around you, above you, below you. And this is exactly Bhagavan's quote. I am in you, around you, above you, below you, by the side of you. Antar bahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. Sthita means stable, for sure, guaranteed presence. Where is it? Antar bahishcha tat sarvam. In you, above you, below you, above you, around you, by the side of you. Everything, where is he present? Sthitaha, Narayana, the path you want to embark on is already with you. But what happens is, that presence that I am talking about, that be present here right now. In what we are talking about, be present here right now means we are thinking physically. No, in totality. Understand? Yeah. How do you do that? Is what the next part. How do you go beyond this physical aspect of the path? What is it that you actually connect to is coming in part 2, which is called Adhyatmikam. Adhi, Atma is Adhyatma. Ya, Adhi, Atma. Ya, Adhi Bhautika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika. These are words that are used. What they simply mean is how to go beyond the physical, how to go beyond the perceptual, how do you go beyond the instinct, how do you actually connect to that which is always present with you. And where is this present? How do you connect to that and be with it all the time? This is the next what the mantra is describing. Okay, Narayana Paro Jyoti. Let's chant those mantras. Narayana Paro Jyoti
Atma Narayana Paraha Narayana Param Brahma Tattvam Narayana Paraha Narayana Paro Dhyata Dhyanam Narayana Paraha Kinchit Jagat Sarvam Drishyate Shruyate Viva
Andar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam
Antar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam Antar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam
Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha.
Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha
Antar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha.
Antar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha Antar Bahishcha Tat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha.
What is it that I am now present to? Anantam, Avyayam, Kavigum, Samudrentam, Vishwashambhuvam. See, every single word is used so meticulously. Every single word in this suttam is so beautifully put together. What is it that I am present to? Anantam, infinite. Avyayam, that doesn't get spent. Ex-veya means to spend. That can never be spent out. Means what? That never decays. That never diminishes. If you have few dollars, if you spend, it gets diminished. But this one, if you actually spend, it increases. Anantam, avyayam. Avyayam means never diminishes. Kavigum, omniscient. Kavi means omniscience. The very first mantra that we chant, what is that mantra we chant? Gananam. What does it say?
Kavigum.
Kavim?
Kavinam.
Upamasravastamam. Kavim. Kavinam upamasravastamam. Now, have we ever connected? Who are we thinking when we are chanting that mantra? Who are we thinking? Ganesha. What are we present to? What are we present to? We are present to some elephant head guy with a big belly and big ears and everything. And what is he carrying in his hand? Laddu. That's what I am really focused on. That's what I am really focused on. The laddu and everything, modaka and everything. That's what I am focused on. But the mantra is nothing to do with the guy you are imagining. It is absolutely nothing to do with that form. Meaning what? The mantra is not talking about that form. Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe. Who am I invoking? I am invoking that energy which is beyond my senses. If ganas are my senses, I am invoking that which is beyond my senses. Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe. And who is this energy? Kavim Kavinam. The one who knows the omniscience itself. Kavi means the knower of omniscience. Kavina means the one who is omniscience of all the omniscience. Means what? When you go beyond the senses, who are you present to? That which is all-knowing. If you are caught up in the senses, your knowledge is limited. If you go beyond the senses, to be able to see beyond what you are seeing, then you are really seeing what needs to be seen. Once you see that you have seen everything, to know that by knowing which you shall know everything. That is what is called as Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam. I am coming close, proximity to that presence. So far, anybody with the elephant head? So far, anybody with elephant head? Hello. So entire Narayana. So far, anybody with 4 hands and blue body and all of that stuff? So far, no. Right? Look at how much opportunity we lost in not knowing the inner essence of these Veda mantras. Anantam, infinite, avyayam, never decays, Kavigum, omniscient, Samudrentam, Vishwashambhuvam. When you go to a Samudram, the ocean, what are you paying attention to?
The waves.
The waves. What is at the end of the ocean? No wave. Hello. Is there any wave in the center of the ocean? No. Is there any end to the ocean? So if you go, this wave is this thought. When you go beyond the thought, you will actually experience this presence of this infinite, omniscient, undecaying presence when you are at the end of the thought. When you are thoughtless, you are feeling that. Samudrentam Vishwashambhuvam. We already learned this meaning of what this Vishwashambhuvam is. The one who is giving happiness to the entire creation. Anantam Avyayam Kavigum Samudrentam Vishwashambhuvam.